Tragedy happens. High school seniors who are in the process of college applications are not immune. What do you do about college applications when you and your family are victims of a natural disaster? Hi, I'm Margaret Meek, and this is Moving Forward with College Applications Through Disaster. Fires, tornadoes, floods, hurricanes, and more occur every year. And unfortunately, college applicants are not exempt from the personal and academic destruction wrought. These forms of state and federally declared disasters wreak havoc on the plans you have made for your future, and that stinks. The disaster is not a reason to give up on your college plans. However, there are many reasons to expect that you will need to adjust your process. The most critical step for you to take is to care for yourself and your family. College applications will wait, even if that means your plans are, in a worst-case scenario, put on hold for a year. Getting yourself to a safe place physically and mentally will be a challenge. Your life has changed. Take all the time you need to process that and feel you have a foundation to move forward. Throughout your challenges, do not hesitate to ask for and accept available assistance. Counseling is the most crucial component. Both personal and academic counseling is essential to help you sort out your needs and next steps. Work through your school, religious community, town, employers, and friends to identify assistance available to you and your family. Then, give that assistance a try. If it doesn't work for you, you can move on. Without working diligently to determine if the assistance is beneficial, you are undermining your ability to move forward successfully. Prepare yourself for the fact that there will be changes to the college application plans you have made. That may well be limited to something small, such as a test date. It may be a medium-sized change, such as an alteration to your application deadline, or it may be more significant, such as a dramatic change to your financial ability to attend college, or that your best choice may be to take a gap year. Once you are at a point where you can look beyond today or the next few days, your next step is to collect information. Do you still have access to your records? This includes access to all your electronic accounts and files and any personal and family records on paper. Remember, almost everything can be located or regenerated, so if something is lost, don't panic. Your high school transcript, work you have completed on electronically filed college applications, your SAT and ACT scores, and your family's tax records that are needed to file the FAFSA remain available to you. Return to your accounts with each organization and continue to move forward. Your next step is to do some research to determine how this disaster impacts your plans. For example, if you are scheduled to take an SAT or an ACT and the building hosting the test is not standing, you need to go to the website of the organization sponsoring that test to see what accommodations that group is making. Colleges, testing organizations, and other groups that impact college admissions may be willing to give you a break on application fees, waive testing requirements, or they will adjust deadlines to make it easier for you to stay on track with your college applications. Start with websites. See if there are any accommodations outlined there. Follow any steps they recommend you take as you adjust your application process. This includes the testing groups, your chosen application platform, and each college you are considering attending. Whether or not you have begun your common application, there is a specific email address you can use to gather information on how natural or federally designated disasters may impact your applications. recovery@commonapp.net is the place to ask questions and receive specific answers to your situation. You must then contact the admissions counselor from each of the schools on your list to make sure they know that you have been impacted by an event. Get specific clarification on how your application process will need to be adapted. Some may offer accommodations, others will not. If necessary, change your residence of record on any accounts or applications you have previously submitted. Also, update any contact information that needs to be changed. We also need to remind you to build up your patience. It may well take time to gather all the information you need. It may require multiple contacts to find the right person with the information required. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and measure your progress forward. Don't look back. Through all of this, take care of yourself. Get sleep, eat healthy, exercise, participate in diversions that allow you to regenerate, and plan regular contact with your family and friends. Doing this will make all the difference in your success moving forward. Keeping all the challenges you face in perspective will help you stay focused on the next step. Keep track of where you are and where you're going. Do this by list, pile, mnemonic device, or any other process that works for you. It will be very easy for you to be distracted by school, family, and preservation tasks and lose track of what you need to do next. Calendar your tasks and set alarms to help you keep focused. And continue to be flexible, as there will be challenges that arise that you can't envision right now. Find someone to be in your corner, someone who can challenge you when procrastination hits, who can help you celebrate as you cross tasks off your list, and who will simply sit with you and listen as you move through the next year. This may be someone from your family, a friend, your job, your high school counselor, a teacher, or someone who lives across the country and can provide perspective when the local scene gets to be too much. And while we know it isn't easy, find resources and role models that help you stay focused on the positive. A good attitude will make all the difference in helping you to judge the challenges you will face accurately. Be proud of each accomplishment you accumulate as you move forward. You have earned them. It is also important to remember that the same natural disaster may have negatively impacted the colleges you are applying to. The admissions counselor you are talking to may have lost their home. The high school counselor doing their best to support you may be exhausted or face extreme challenges that you know nothing about. Have grace for and patience with every person with whom you interact on this journey. Should you decide that you will not be able to attend college next fall because there are just too many complications between where you are now and where you need to be, remember there are two options to buy yourself some time. The first is a deferral. This is when you apply to colleges and then accept one admission offer. Once you have accepted, you contact that college and request that they grant you a deferral. If granted, you have bought yourself a year to get past those complications. Then you attend that school 1 year later. The second option is a gap year. This means that you put college on the back burner for a while. I say a while instead of a year because you will need to go through all the application steps before a year has passed. So if you go this route, make sure you don't get caught behind in the process. Place your goals and the steps you need to have accomplished on your calendar so that you can hold yourself accountable. If you decide to go with either a deferral or a gap year, make sure you make the most of the next year. Earn money, gain experience, and identify and apply for scholarships while strengthening yourself and your family as you move through this disaster. Our last word of caution will be about writing your essays. Be they scholarship or application essays, challenge yourself to go beyond a composition that says, "I was in a natural disaster and here is a step-by-step accounting of what happened to me." Find a more prominent theme or a tie-in that highlights your favorite activities. Write something that shows who you are and what you have to offer that school. If your heart is in caring for others, look for a way to tell your story, highlighting the people you have helped, not just your role, but who they are. If you hope to go into business or marketing, find stories you have encountered through the disaster that demonstrate your understanding of the field. Going through any kind of disaster takes recovery time and attention to your future, not just your right now. You can stay on track with your college applications if you stay focused. Remember to care for yourself and those who are important to you before you worry about anything else. Search for and accept assistance that is offered and stay organized. Look for help. Have patience. Keep moving forward. You've got this. If you found any of this information useful, hit the like button or perhaps consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below.